Hi, Sanjana. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay.
You're good. You
How are
must
you?
be tired. Plenty of back-to-back interviews. You're a busy, busy person now.
Yes.
All right. Just to let you know, I'm starting to record this conversation right about now. And shall we start?
Yes, we shall.
I'm waiting for you to say Seri.
Oh my God. Right off the bat.
Go
Seri
ahead.
makes me so emotional and nostalgic. But
You've
Seri.
started to make us also feel the same, and I'm so glad that we are able to connect. I couldn't hear
Same.
you. Can you just say that again and we'll start?
Seri Emmanuel Rajkumar Jr.
Wow. Okay, listen. Before we begin, I think there's something on your face, right here. Oh, wait.
You mean my pipe?
That's just the glow of delivering a super successful movie.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Well
Good
done, well
one.
done. Kizie Basu, Sanjana
Thank you.
Sanghi, so very happy to connect with you and the way this movie has been capturing everyone's imagination and how well it's doing. How are you feeling? How are you soaking it all in?
Uh, Not so. I don't think I'm soaking it in, honestly. Feel just been feeling exhausted and spent and confused since a while now, and like the fact that it's out there and the fact that so many people are loving it, I think it's because I've been home and it's a pandemic. I can't It's only like the internet or on social media that you can see what the reaction is, but like I'm a very people's person, kind, like I really need physical energy, and I need to be able to feel it to actually be like, okay, it's real. Um so I don't know, I'm just, yeah, I'm not feeling, I haven't felt pure joy yet at all.
Yeah, understandably so. I mean, first of all, the pandemic and everything surrounding this movie as well, it must be
Yeah,
such strange and difficult times. And it's not really the exact leading role debut. At the same time, it's bittersweet. And it's a lot
yeah,
for one to take in. And just when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh my God, now cut to Paris, traveling. When is this going to happen ever again? And you must be, wow,
exactly.
we shot all of these scenes and now people get to watch it and they get to go along to Paris with you. But the pandemic definitely has changed things. I get what you mean.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Well
But of
done.
course, there's thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
thank you.
Go
I
on.
mean, it's and also the thing with this is that, there's no, you're trying to be strong and you're trying to be contained and graceful and committed to everything you need to do, and at the same time there'll always be a bunch of people being like, oh, is she even affected, and that stuff like I usually don't get bothered at all, because like I've been brought up in a way where you just, there's so much love to focus on, but insensitivity really bothers me. So those kinds of comments bother me. But that's one thing that I have to work on like not feeling anything, like just ignoring them. Haven't reached there yet.
Having a thick skin, I guess, with time.
Yeah,
After all, this is your first leading role, and you have such a bright future. Talk to me about the kind of reception, what people have been saying. Have you been reading all the comments? I totally understand what you're saying. All sorts of comments on the internet because the internet is such a harsh place. But trust me, more and more people seem to be loving the way you perform the role
absolutely,
more than anything.
absolutely. Of course. There's been, honestly, there is, from whether it's the people that one has grown up around, so whether, it's your best friends or your family who view your performance in a very different way because they know you as a person inside out. So when they see Kizzy and they see a whole separate human being, their emotion is different. And then is the rest of the country, which when I read that, I mean, we're so grateful that we found you, or thank you, or I'm just like, that's just so special, because that's why I've chosen to dedicate my life to becoming an artist, you know. It's so that my art can just touch lives in any way. So if someone tells me that we cried with you and laughed with you today, it's so surreal, because the fact that you can have that kind of an emotional impact on people is really empowering in a way. So, and also there's like Kizie writes emails to Abhimanyu Veer. There have been thousands of teenagers writing emails to me, saying, just like you wrote to Abhimanyu Veer, we want to write to you because like he meant so much to you, you mean so much to us. And I'm just like, that is the sweetest thing ever.
Wow. There's one moment in the movie where you are not connected to Joginder. And
Pushpinder.
Pushpinder, yes.
All
Pushpinder,
Punjabi
my
names
bad.
are the same. Yeah.
But yeah, that one moment when you're wearing the red dress, you're looking so beautiful. That must have felt strange for you because that's you without having this pipe running across your face, and you actually get to show your face, and the entire movie you have it on. What was that like?
That was, I think I must have called out subconsciously to costume and art to be like, okay, pipe please, because you're just like, it's basically like it becomes muscle memory.
Yeah.
And we were in Paris, I remember, and they were like, Sanjana, no, you don't, in this scene you don't have the pipe. And because through my prep process as well, those 6 months I used to carry Pushpinder with me to the studio for readings, for camera meetings, for everything. And people used to be like, कि फिर से आ गई अपने Pushpinder के साथ. But the thing is that when, as an actor, it's very rare that you have a permanent prop, what we call in theater. It's almost like an extension. It's a limb, like it's an extended limb for Kizie. So I had to make it a part of my general movement. Like for me, I can't just get up. I have to get up and think about what I'll do with Pushpinder. And that can't look awkward. Because if I look uncomfortable with it, you as the audience, your attention will keep going to that. So make Pushpinder invisible was like literally a slogan in my room for months. Yeah. Because I was very sure that I wanted that to happen, or at least try to make that happen.
My God, what a process. And I must say, there are so many cutesy moments in this movie. One of my favorite is the movie that you guys make for JP. And that in itself is a movie, and movie ke andar movie, it's such a cutesy movie, and there are so many little moments. I also love that scene when you guys are in Paris and you just want to take a romantic walk in Paris, and you're conveying to your mom that, listen,
I'm so glad you noticed that.
Can we just
It's my favorite moment.
I was just about to ask you, what is your favorite moment in the movement,
That's
in the movie, because there are so many. Yeah.
So the thing is that, the most exciting part becomes that when you're given a scene that's this much, but then the actors bring their bits onto that scene, which is their prerogative, which is also our job. But we create, like, for example, one of the first scenes where Sushanth does this and does this to Kizie when she's just staring at her. It just happened in the moment. Like I had to say my line, but I just kept staring. And then I looked away and I kept staring, and Mukesh let us do that. And that's where a director who allows us to flow is so important, because we were a very improvisational set, whether it's Swastika, Shashwatoda. I had learnt Bengali, even though I'm a North Indian, so that if they say something to me in Bangla, I'm able to respond back. And we didn't want it to look like a flat moment. So all of those, in those dining table scenes where you see, Kizie, I didn't expect this from you. And I'm like, Ma, mithe kotha bolche. And she's just saying that he's lying. Like, those aren't written in. Those are just created. And creating those is, I think, all the fun of making films.
And it comes through beautifully. Let's talk about Mukesh. Mukesh, of course, was the person to cast you in your debut, if I may say that, Rockstar, where you played Nargis Fakhri's younger sister.
As a child artist.
As a child artist. Yeah. And talk to me about how he's guided you. And here you are as the leading lady of Dil Bechara.
He's I mean, by literally by all means, in the most like non sort of decorative way, the fact is that I literally act because of him. Because when he found me for Mandy, I've been a dancer since I was a really young kid. I
Yeah,
used
so
to
there
play
are
classical
stories
over.
on the internet that he actually found you doing a play when you were in school.
Yeah, like I was doing a dance performance in school, one of those dramas, like
Yeah.
dancing dramas.
Uh-huh.
And he was just like, call that girl and asked me to audition. So I didn't know what an audition is. I didn't know what I never really thought about films, because at 13 it's not like you're actively thinking about what you're going to do later.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how it started. And then with Rockstar, it just in a very raw way showed me a lot. It showed me that I'm very comfortable doing this.
Yeah.
There's no form of intimidation with the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I didn't want to do is let that go. So I just used to keep doing whatever came my way, smallest ad, smallest part with school and college. And Mukesh, I don't know how he had the faith in me that I can pull this off. It's because when you read this character on the script, it is nuanced and it's challenging. And to have faith in a rank of the shelf newcomer to pull it off takes, I think only he can do that.
Yeah, he certainly has a good eye. Sanjana, I wanted your opinion on one of the most heated debates that are going back and forth about outsiders coming into Bollywood. You are a true testament, right? I mean, you're someone, and Mukesh is also someone who actually says,
Sushant too, yeah.
yeah, and Mukesh is also
Yeah,
someone who says that you don't really need a portfolio, but just keep acting. Just have a passport size photo. And that's what he endorses by.
totally.
And we see how you have made a mark in Bollywood. And this is what we get to
I
see.
don't like, and to his point, I don't have a portfolio. I have a portfolio of 10 years of doing ads and 10
Yeah,
years of doing small parts in theater. But that's a portfolio of the journey of honing your craft, of being on sets, of learning how films are made. Because if you would have thrown me onto Dil Bechara's set, I think without all of that ghissuing, what you call it,
yeah,
without those challenges, without those failures and victories and all of that, it's too high intensity and high demanding as a job to just think that you'll just wake up and land up on a set and be able to deliver. It's only when you reach set that you realize what it takes.
yeah,
So that's the thing, that with the insider outsider thing, uh I just feel that it's very important for us to keep doing, like, know what you want to do and not keep thinking about the end goal,
yeah.
which is what the Gita also says, कि अपना काम करो और फल मिल जाएगा. So
Correct.
I was dancing, I was training as a dancer, and a Mukesh Chavra randomly walked in and was like, maybe she can act too. I didn't plot that.
Yeah,
So keep yourself open to the universe, I feel. And the only inside I want to be is inside films. There's no other inside that I'm looking to be in. And as long as that happens, that'll happen with talent and with hard work, I feel.
yeah. Just keep pursuing excellence, give it your all, and here you have it. Sanjana is an example of how hard work can actually get you places. Well done once again. Sanjana, let's get to know you just a little. If you were to explain yourself in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Oh God, that's tough. Uh, oh God. Um, Earnest,
Mm-hmm.
uh, honest,
Mm-hmm.
and um, and difficult. Like, I don't
And
think I'm a very easy person to deal with,
so
just
I'll
in
add
general.
another word. I'll add another word that's self-aware. If you feel that, hey, I may be difficult. All right. Growing up, Sanjana, whose poster did you have in your cupboards per se, or did you have actors that you would look up to?
I don't have actors posters, but I have all of my favorite bands and musicians.
Right.
So Chris Martin is up there. All of Coldplay is up there, actually.
Yeah.
All of Arctic Monkeys is up there. Yeah, so my room has all of my musical influences. Not
That's nice. Yeah,
wasn't
that's
the actor poster type of person at all.
correct. Yeah, and I see
Somehow, yeah.
how, because you were involved with everything that you were doing. It's not like you were dreaming of becoming an actor someday. This is something that came along and you went along the ride. That's perfect.
I wasn't dreaming of becoming a heroine. Like I
Right,
always wanted to be an artist, but it was never
right,
okay heroine banna hai type of thing.
right,
Yeah.
right. An actor that you want to work with badly, and you're like, we need to make this happen. Telling your PR agents that, guys, make this happen for me.
Uh, I'm curious to see how Ranbir and I would perform together now that I'm an adult, you know? Considering we already have that, I mean, yeah, Mandy and Jordan was such a thing and we had such a blast that um yeah, that would be fun.
Imtiaz Ali could just make it happen.
Hello.
And now that you put it out there to the universe, it may just get things going. Things will be on the
Yeah.
run. All right. What, according to Sanjana Sanghi, is therapeutic? What do you enjoy doing, which gives you like immense joy?
Mm, it'll sound horrible, but it's uh basically like studying. In the
Studying.
sense that um yeah,
You
like
mean reading
honestly
or
my
studying?
so like till now, so I don't read fiction that much. I only read non-fiction. And so I read really tough reads basically, which will be about a particular, like I'll read a Sigmund Freud or a Yuval Noah Harari, or and I've been hugely academic all my life. So uh I used to be able to study for 15 hours a day because I used to enjoy it, you know. Otherwise, there was nobody putting a sword to my neck saying, Padhai karo. But I used to do it on my own. And now when I look back, I realize that I must really find peace in that. Actually, it's about being in any zone. Like if I'm in like the 1 year that I was in a pure Kizie artistic zone, or if I like being in a really heavy productive zone, basically.
Right. Which is great. I mean, you definitely are such an intelligent person, and the kind of books you read as well. Beauty with brains, Sanjana. Well done. Anybody that you're crushing on at the moment?
I mean, honestly, I've been seeing a film. I see like I saw my film every night for the first 4 nights that it came out, and now the family has been doing a scene on demand situation, which I highly recommend to everyone. By the way, which is that you choose your two favorite scenes of Dil Bechara and then just watch only those. And
Yeah.
I've just been re-crushing on Emmanuel because I crushed on Manny for the whole time of playing Kizzy. And
Yeah.
now I'm just like, he's the best boy in the world. I mean, could every any all the men please take inspiration? Is
Yeah.
the vibe.
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
went the distance to make the person that he's in love with so very happy. Be it taking her to Paris or popping by the balcony whenever you felt like seeing him.
When
It's just, oh my God, it's just cute. And don't get us started talking about the movie right now because, yeah, so many
I
people,
can see
like
you
you
getting
said,
flushed.
so many people, like you said, have been crying because it's such a pure movie. Yeah. Sanjana, now that the movie is out, people have been watching it, people have been giving their reactions. Of course, this brings in good kind of pressure for you. Key, what's
So
next?
yeah,
And
yeah,
whether this move is going to be a very, very important one, and whether you want to experiment at this moment of time, or you want to take something which is going to assure you success. Oh, it's tough, and the pressure is not
yeah.
easy.
Yeah, it's the thing is that nothing assures you success, so that pressure I don't take at all. And the other one is that Kizzy was the most non-safe choice, so to say, right? Like she's so rid of any crutches, and it's so high stakes once you've given something so much, and if that doesn't sit well, then I can't even imagine how heartbreaking that would feel. because I've been heartbroken over the last month due to multiple reasons. But if people didn't like Kizie or Manny, that would truly have broken my heart. And that's one thing that I'm trying to also tell myself as an artist, that you might give a lot, but it's not important that, because imagine, I can't expect every character to be loved the way Manny and Kizie are being loved. I don't think that would be a fair expectation of myself.
Yeah.
But I've kept one very simple filter, that what I do next has to be tangentially different from Kizie. And if Kizie was challenging here when I was 21, because that's when I played her, now at 23, my next has to be a notch more challenging, because that's the only way I think I'll be able to improve. So keeping those simple filters in mind, I think I'll be taking my next call.
Fabulous. And are there any interesting ones that you've already signed on?
So we got done filming a while back. It's been over a year since we finished filming, and the sweet thing about, I think, doing good work is that word does go around.
Yeah.
So one has been reading so many interesting scripts all through last year, and then a pandemic came, and then the entire industry went into one tailspin where we don't like, hello, okay, so nobody's shooting, we don't know when we can make those films.
Yeah.
So everything I had gotten excited about was going to lock. We don't know if we'll be able to travel to those countries and make those films.
Yeah, well, we'll bounce back in style, and I really look forward to seeing your journey in the film industry. You are such a good actor, and at the same time, you are just such a fun, intelligent person to converse with. I had a great time doing this. I really appreciate your time.
Me too.
And I really look forward to seeing all the good things that life is going to get you, and all the very best with everything, Sanjana. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was so much fun.
Listen, before we sign off, I just want like one quick promo ke liye. If you can just say, hey, this is Sanjana Sanghi. Catch me in conversation with Sriram on Fever 104 FM. On Fever FM. That would be it.
Okay.
Right. By now, I'm sure you're a pro at this. You've given some 100 interviews, so go for it.
Hey, this is Sanjana Sanghi, and catch me in conversation with Sriram on Fever 104 FM.
One take artist. All right. Show off.
Woo.
Take care. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye. Bye.